Hey, let's talk about the Washington Wizards again. Everybody in the NBA right now is talking about the same handful of teams. The Thunder, the Lakers, the Warriors, even the Spurs. But while everyone is focused there, I think people are missing the revolution happening in plain sight down in Washington. For what felt like forever, the Wizards were just there. I've been a Wizards fan for quite a while, and it has not been very fun. But that story could be ending. While the rest of the league was sleeping, the Wizards did more than just draft a few promising guys. They have quietly put together what might be the most exciting young core in the entire league, and you're about to see why. So forget the power rankings and last season's record for a minute. This isn't about where the team is today. It's about where they're about to go. So this is how the Wizards secretly built the NBA's best young core. Since the days of John Wall and Bradley Beal, the Wizards have committed to a full rebuild, now with more young guys on the roster than ever before. I made a video last season taking an optimistic approach about the Wizards season with Jordan Poole and Kyle Kuzma, but it ended in the way many expected it to. But I do have to say thank you to JP and Kyle Kuzma. They didn't contribute much to winning, but I did like the energy that JP brought to the team. But now the season's over. We've traded Kuzma to the Bucks, traded Poole to the Pelicans, and the team looks entirely different. The good thing was we got rid of Jordan Poole's big contract, picked up CJ McCollum, and acquired young players like Cam Whitmore for some picks. Some other notable roster changes including re-signing Tristan Vucevic.
Butler swinging it over to Tristan. Vucevic knocks it down. Tristan inside. Nice head fake. Counted into foul.
Yeah, there you
Nice step through. Counted into foul. No foul.
Yeah.
Wow.
And signing Marvin Bagley III to a one-year deal, which I was really happy about. Obviously, last year, we've also brought some veterans like Chris Middleton and Marcus Smart. But let's focus on some of the younger guys, and then we'll get back to the veteran core and how it ties all together. In the draft, we got the 6th pick with Trey Johnson, a proven offensive threat in college, along with Will Riley. And I have been really impressed with how he's been able to create offense for himself in the summer league. I know it's a summer league, but still you can see glimpses of the offensive player that he can become.
Very smart, sound basketball player. He doesn't have any weaknesses.
Trey Johnson raising up, man.
Have anything to do, but just that one little rhythm dribble. And you see
Trey Johnson slips out. Steps through. Man, he was in his bag.
He's able to create an open look for himself and take the contact to get to the rim. Will Riley's also a sniper from deep, and he'll bring size and versatile playmaking to the roster. Obviously, it's going to take some more time for them to develop. But out of the two, I think Trey Johnson looks NBA ready. That just adds to the young core, but now let's focus on the primary roster, where the Wizards front office is really focused, and the players that will be at the center of Washington's future. And it all begins with last season's draft. We got the 2nd pick and used it to select Alex Sarr, the 7'1" defensive anchor who can also stretch the floor. His size isn't even the most impressive part. It's his movement. Sarr isn't slow-footed. He's a defensive nightmare. He's fast, able to protect the rim just as easily as switching onto a shifty guard on the perimeter. The defensive range is his superpower, the trait that gives him the genuine defensive player of the year potential in the future. On offense, the game is still coming to him, but the flashes are bright. We've already seen him dribble and attack from the outside, a remarkable skill for a 7-footer. He's the defensive identity of the team, and his combination of size and speed makes him the ideal centerpiece for the Wizards' future.
It's the passing. When he does, I mean, this is historically noted. When he doesn't have the 10+ assists, that's Sarr.
Oh, you get more.
Yeah, you already know. You got to talk it up, though.
That's right. Sarr hammers it home over Anunoby. Jordan Poole trying to work on Edwards. Shot clock at 5. Pass over to Sarr. Count that 3.
If Alex Sarr is the foundation, then Bilal Coulibaly is the explosive, high upside wing who connects everything. He's one of my favorite players on the Wizards, and I feel that a breakout season is coming. When the Wizards traded up to grab him at number 7 a couple years ago, some people scratched their heads, but now it's obvious they saw something special. Coulibaly is pure potential in human form, a player who has already showed significant improvement and appears to be ready for that breakout season. He entered the league as a raw defensive prospect, and and he's exceeded his expectations on that. Last year, we constantly put him on the hardest matchup to guard every night, and I think it'll pay dividends going forward. The one thing that he really got to work on is his consistency on the offensive end. There will be some games where he had some crazy stat lines and looked super confident on the offensive end, but there was also other nights where he couldn't get anything going and it looked like he kind of got down on himself. And if he can knock down that 3 ball, he's going to be an all-star in this league.
High off the glass.
Koulibaly, excuse me. Here's Clark. Good defense there by Koulibaly.
Excellent defense.
Kept it in. Between the legs, post up, kick out over the Bilal. Got to get something up. And hits!
So with Sarr anchoring the paint and Bilal Koulibaly on a wing, the Wizards used the 2024 draft to build a dynamic backcourt for the future. First, with the 14th pick acquired in the Denny Avdia trade, we selected Bub Carrington from Pittsburgh. Carrington is a 6'4" guard with an incredible feel for the game. He's a natural shot creator who thrives in the pick and roll, possessing a lethal mid-range pull-up jumper that he hits at a ridiculous clip. As one of the youngest players in the draft, his upside is enormous. He's already a gifted passer who sees over defenses, and while his finishing at the rim needs some work, his frame suggests that he'll get stronger and better at drawing contact. I'm really excited about Bub Carrington's future, and I really hope that we hold on to him.
Teammate Russell Westbrook.
Carrington. Mid-range. Pull up to close out. Count it! Off glass! Trigger. Wizards scoring for the win. Carrington. 1 second left. Bub. Inside. Off the glass. Oh! Yes! Yes! Bob Carrington ends the season with a game winner off glass.
But then another pick from the 2024 draft was Keyshawn George. We got him at pick 24, and it's safe to say the 2024 draft was huge for us. George is a fascinating prospect. He's a 6'8" wing with legitimate guard skills. Having grown up playing point guard before a late growth spurt, he has a unique combination of size, ball handling, and playmaking vision. He's a knockdown shooter with over 40% from 3 at Miami. He also became the fastest rookie last season to make 100 3-pointers in 59 games. Together, Carrington and George represent a high IQ, high upside backcourt that can score and facilitate in multiple ways. I think we could use Keyshawn George interchangeably at the 2 and the 3 just because he's such a lethal shooter and not afraid to take those defensive matchups.
Getting some minutes without Embiid on the floor. Keyshawn George, opportunity at 3 goes down. We'll talk about that in a moment. Yeah. Keyshawn on the floor. Gets the steal. Kuz to Kispert. And he scored. The run is 10-0 for Dallas the last 2:46. Keyshawn ends that run with the
Last
triple.
year, we also got AJ Johnson, and if his first bucket with the Wizards doesn't get you excited, I don't know what will.
Law with 12.
Oh, there it is.
AJ, I told you.
There it is.
Fella's got bounced.
There it is.
AJ Johnson is 6'5" and 20 years old from Fresno, California. I could see him becoming a star guard in the NBA as well. He's still very young, but he has shown great upside for us. I mean, this dude's a high flyer and he can shoot. Just give him some more time and he's going to be a dangerous player. So you combine that with the 2 rookies that we just got on top of Marvin Bagley, Tristan Vucevic, and let's not forget that boy Corey Kispert. Now, he sustained a season-ending thumb injury last year in a game against the Denver Nuggets, but he underwent a successful surgery and he'll be ready to start at the beginning of next season. He's been a great role player for us, somebody who can pop into the game, knock down a few threes, and be a solid defender for us. Kispert provides essential floor spacing that opens up driving lanes for his teammates. While he's primarily an offensive weapon, his movement without the ball and ability to hit shots makes him a vital part of the rotation. But I feel like every team could use a Corey Kispert, and I think he'll provide some much needed minutes on the bench for us.
Nice cut by Bilal. Inside, kick out to Kispert. Corey knocking down the 3. Spraying it out to Corey. Corey trying to close the corner. Left hand layup is nice.
Already 4 possessions where they got deflections.
Kispert throwing it up to the rim to Bagley. Smart move.
But what makes the Wizards core truly special isn't just the star power at the top, it's the depth of talent they have behind him and the veteran presence to guide them. This isn't about collecting aging stars, it's a strategic move to surround the young core with ultimate professionals who understand what it takes to win in the NBA. We got CJ McCollum, a respected voice and former president of the Players Association. He'll bring a decade of high-level scoring and playmaking, as well as some valuable valuable leadership to the guards. Chris Middleton, he offers championship DNA as a key member of the 2021 Bucks run. He also has clutch shot making and a steady hand that you can always rely on. And last but not least, we got Marcus Smart, a former defensive player of the year who instills a culture of toughness and defensive accountability that is vital for a young team's growth. I mean, he was with us for the last half of last year. You could immediately tell the difference with him on the team. It brought a different level of energy to the young core and gave him a bit of confidence. This trio provides invaluable mentorship on and off the court, accelerating the development of Washington's future stars. So with that said, the Wizards are quietly building a monster in the nation's capital. Look, the road ahead won't be a straight line. There will definitely be some growing pains, as we've already seen in the last 2 years, but the vision is crystal clear. The front office seems to know what they're doing, and this team is a team being built for the future, a collection of talent that could grow into one of the most feared groups in the entire league. I mean, look at the OKC Thunder, how naturally they came together, and with their young guys, they just won an NBA championship. I think the same could be said for this Wizards squad, but anything can happen in the next few years. I'ma always stay hopeful and optimistic as a Wizards fan, but what do you think? Is this the best young core in the NBA? How good can this group actually be in 3 or 4 years? Drop your thoughts down in the comments below. I'm interested to see what you guys think. Shout out to Will Dawkins. I'm really happy with the moves he's made so far, and I think the Wizards' future is brighter than ever.